We can now go across to France 24's James André standing by in Ashkelon for us. James, you are at a site where Hamas rocket hit. What more can you tell us as this conflict continues in Gaza? Are Hamas rockets still being fired into Israel?
Yes, absolutely. Hamas rockets are still being fired, and basically a barrage of 4 rockets was fired from the enclave around 12 o'clock, and one of them hit here, 12 o'clock local time. And here you can see this is the spot where there was the impact. You can see this car here was nearly destroyed, and if you look at the houses around here, well, you can see how shrapnel has damaged all the faces of these houses, breaking windows. And I was speaking to one young man who lives in this house behind me. His name is Ronan, and of course he's very worried for his parents. They're going to move out of the house, and he was telling us that it is one thing to see it on the news. It's another story totally when it actually hits your own family and your loved ones. And this is what has happened here. So family's going to be moving out. Now, of these 4 rockets, 2 were intercepted by Iron Dome. Another one fell a little bit further from here without making any damage. But 2 young men from this very neighborhood in their 30s were actually lightly injured, and they've been sped to hospital. But it gives you an idea of what happens when these rockets that are still being fired out of Gaza do hit. Now, in the meantime, the Israeli army has just communicated on their advances inside the enclave and on the battlefield. Now, they claim to have taken control of Hamas official buildings, including the parliament, an engineer school, which they say was used to produce weapons, and also the police headquarters. So, indeed, Israeli army advancing in the just 20 kilometers from here in Gaza.
And of course, James, hostages still do remain in Gaza. And of course, Israeli citizens are frustrated that they think not enough is being done. People actually took to the streets of Tel Aviv, and they're making their way to Jerusalem on foot, calling for more to be done. You covered the march for us earlier. What did people tell you?
Yes, exactly. We did indeed speak to some people who were taking part in that rally, and what we saw was very angry people saying, please, government of Israel, do what you can in order to send our hostages back. Also, there was a minute of silence for Noah, a young woman that indeed was announced officially killed this morning by the Israeli military. Indeed, the Hamas claims it was killed in an Israeli strike, but indeed these group of dozens of people have started marching from what is now known as Hosted Square in Tel Aviv towards Jerusalem. It's going to take 5 days for them to reach Jerusalem, and there they will be camping out of the Prime Minister's residence.
James, thank you very much for that. James André reporting there for us from Ashkelon.